Last night I couldn't even sleep. Super tired. So yesterday I found out that I was on Ancestry.com's thing. I was looking at some emails. I thought it was spam. Turns out my biological father wasn't my biological father. That was pretty interesting. So I thought this whole time I was George. I found out this other guy, his name's John, actually turned out to be my father. Turns out he was adopted, and then he was on Ancestry, found his brothers, his sisters, everybody else that was put on adoption, and then found his actual parents. So my grandparents, just not even 24 hours ago, I thought I just went to my grandfather's funeral that's named the first George, I'm the third, and I went through all this stuff, and I'm 30, it's not like I'm a teenager or something. And the craziest thing is that I find out I have an entire family, it goes from nothing to something. I had to tell my half-sister I'm not her brother. You know what I mean? It hurts. I mean, it's scary because you get separated from that, but at the same point you're curious, you find out a lot. You find out hey, my actual biological has a lot in common with me just naturally, and you're trying to figure out your genetics, your lineup of things you do. So I actually live in Shanghai, so it's not even like I'm close to home. I'm actually the furthest point of home that I could probably be right now, besides, I'm one of the maximum points. So it's just a really weird feeling because it's different. You're walking around, you're saying to yourself, is this possible? Is this real? Is it one of those? The crazy part is when you go to your mom and then you find out, people do things a little differently. Situations were different at the time. Wasn't anything as bad as I thought, but wow. I mean, my whole life, my name, everything about me, it turns out the guy that is my father has the same thing where he was named after somebody else that wasn't even his kin. So it's kind of like two identical situations, different gaps of time. And literally in 1 week, he ended up talking to all of us, his brother, my uncle, my aunt, everyone else. Wow. So, if you're looking at it, Ancestry.com is pretty proficient. If you're really looking at any scenario, it's probably good to consider. A lot of people, you have that fear, you worry. I'm not one of those guys that you can just sign up for that kind of stuff. So, this is just one of those situations where it's Ancestry.com. Yeah, wow. Mind blown. Legit living in China and found out that, dude, I'm not even me.